Come to a wide-legged child's pose, with your knees as wide as the mat and your toes touching. Stretch the arms forwards, lengthening the side of the body, and relax your forehead and the palm of your hands on the mat. Take a deep breath in through the nose, in out through the nose. As you inhale, fill up the belly and the chest, and then take a long, slow breath out. Gently starting to open up the hips and release any tension from the lower back. Relax the neck and the shoulders. Gently beginning to wake up the body. Taking a couple more breaths. And after your next exhale, begin to roll forwards to a tabletop position, bringing the hands underneath the shoulders and the knees and feet hip-width apart. As you inhale, begin to drop the belly and lift the head and the chest. Exhale as you round the spine, pushing the floor away. Inhale, coming into cow. Exhale, coming into cat. Continuing to move with your own breath for a few more rounds. Taking one more inhale and a long exhale, breathing out completely, and then come back to neutral spine. Tuck the toes and make your way into your first downward dog. Taking a pedal through the legs and doing any other movements that feel good. Bending and stretching the legs, rising onto the toes, or maybe swaying the hips side to side. Start to activate the hands, spreading the fingers wide and pressing through the thumbs and index fingers. Then soften the knees and see if you can send the chest a little bit closer towards the thighs. And then lower the heels a little bit closer towards the mat. Don't worry if they don't touch or you need to keep a bend in the legs. Pick up your right foot and step it to the outside of your right hand, coming into a long lunge. Then lower the back knee down and start to lift the chest, stacking the shoulders over the hips. You may need to bring the hands onto a block or a pillow for extra elevation. Inhale as you lengthen the spine, that left hip forward, and draw the right hip back. Making sure that right knee isn't creeping forwards of the toes. Continuing to breathe in and out through the nose. Taking one more inhale and one more exhale. Then begin to straighten your right leg and shift the hips back. You can bring your right hand onto your right thigh, and you can always bring your left hand onto a yoga block or a few pillows. Try to maintain that long spine, opening across the chest. Taking one more inhale, one more exhale. Bring both hands to the mat and begin to roll forwards, back through that low lunge. Tuck the back toes, lift the knee away from the mat, then spin your back foot flat. Keep the right hand on the inside of your right leg. Then open up the left arm, opening up the chest. Gently using that right arm to open up that right inner thigh and into the groin. Keep that back leg straight and strong, and press through the outside edge of your left foot. Taking one more inhale, One more exhale. Then lower the left hand to the floor, spin onto the back toes, and step back into downward facing dog. Take a moment to connect with your breath. Inhaling through the nose, and exhale through the nose. Then step the left foot to be outside of your left hand, coming into that long lunge. Lower the back knee down and walk the hands back, opening across the chest, keeping the shoulders down. Bring your left hand onto your left thigh and maybe that right hand onto a block or a few pillows. Try to lengthen that right hip forwards and draw the left hip back, keeping that left knee over the ankle, drawing the lower abdominals to help protect your lower back. Then lower the hands and start to straighten that left leg, coming into your half split on the other side. Doesn't matter if there's a bend in that left leg, but try to maintain a long spine, drawing the left hip back to try and keep those hips square. Breathe into that hamstring and flex your left toes back towards your face. Take one more inhale and one more exhale. Then begin to make your way into that low lunge. Tuck the back toes, lift the knee, and spin your right foot flat. Keep the left hand on the floor and then open up that right arm up towards the ceiling, opening across the chest. Using that left arm to help open up the left inner thigh. And stay strong in that right leg, pressing down through the outside edge of the right foot. Then slowly lower the right hand down, spin onto the back toes, and step back into downward dog. Inhale as you find length through the spine. Exhale as you lengthen the hamstrings, then rise high onto the toes and walk the feet behind the back of your wrists. Inhale, slide the hands onto your shins, halfway lift. And exhale to fold forwards. Soften the knees. Let the head and shoulders relax. Then walk both of the hands over to the right side of your mat and stretch the left arm across, lengthening down the left side of the body. Then take the hands over to the left side of the mat, reaching the right arm across. Then walk the hands back to center. Inhale, halfway lift. And exhale, fold forwards. Bend the legs and come all the way down onto your mat. Bring the soles of the feet together. Baddha Konasana. Hold onto your ankles or your feet. Inhale as you lengthen. Exhale as you begin to fold forwards, allowing the hips to gently open and the spine to lengthen. Breathing in through the nose and out through the nose. Staying here for a couple more breaths, finding a little bit more space with every exhale. Then slowly roll back up to seated, lengthen the spine, and then bring the hands behind your back, fingers pointing toward your feet. Start to lift the chin and chest upwards, and draw the elbows and the shoulder blades towards each other. Enjoying this nice counter pose to that fold forwards. Take one more inhale and one more exhale. Then walk the hands back next to your hips and slowly make your way all the way down onto your back, rolling down one vertebrae at a time. Keep the feet flat and about hip width apart, shuffling the shoulders away from the ears. Take a breath in, and as you breathe out, roll up to a bridge. Inhale at the top, then exhale, roll back down inch by inch. Inhale at the bottom, exhale as you roll back up to that bridge. Inhale at the top, then exhale as you roll back down. Doing this one more time. Breathing in at the bottom, rolling up as you breathe out, pressing through the feet, slightly engaging the glutes at the top. Breathe in, then breathe out as you roll back down. Separate your feet as wide as the mat, and maybe take the arms over the head. Start to gently lower the knees side to side, windshield wiping from the right over to the left. Try to keep the shoulders on the mat. Then after your next one, bring the legs back to center and the feet flat. Finishing this sequence in Supta Baddha Konasana, with the soles of the feet together, allow the knees to open. If this feels intense on your hips, you may want to place yoga blocks or pillows underneath your knees. As you lie here, begin to notice your breath, allowing your breath to follow its natural rhythm. As you inhale, feel a sense of expansion, and as you exhale, a feeling of relaxation. Take a deep breath in and a long releasing breath out. Then slowly start to draw the knees back together and towards your chest, rolling up to a comfortable seated position. Place the hands onto the knees, sitting upright with a long spine and long neck. On your next inhale, reach the arms over the head to a high prayer. As you exhale, lower the hands to your heart center. Taking one more breath in together. And as you exhale, softly bow your forehead towards the earth. Well done for completing day 1 of the 10-minute daily yoga challenge. Have a great day. Namaste.